So they asked me, what's the hardest thing in your career? What was the hardest moment in your career? And this picture actually summarizes it. It's a beautiful picture. There's a lot going on in this picture, my friends. So I was the commander of the 333rd Fighter Squadron, the Lancers. So there on the left side of the screen, you see our little knight in shining armor, right? It says Lancer 1. I don't know if you guys can read that. I was considered Lancer 1. You'll notice it's nighttime, and that's my office. Here's the thing in this picture. I took command of an F-15E fighter squadron. Right after that, my twins turned 1, and about a month later, my husband deployed to Afghanistan for a year. Holy cow, how am I going to do this? I'm a wife of a deployed airman. I'm a mother. I'm commanding a fighter squadron. In this picture, the nanny was sick. The squadron was night flying, and my children were sick, so no daycare or anybody would take them. I had 24 jets at $50 million each that needed to fly because the taxpayers of America demand it. I got a very, very limited on the people who could fly because our manning was low and they needed somebody to come in and launch the jets. So, what am I going to do? I finally learned in this moment about humility and the need to ask for help. I brought the kids in. This is probably 10 o'clock at night. The jets are out flying. They're sitting on my lap, messing up my computer. Snot is getting everywhere, right? I brought in the baby gate. I put the baby gate right up on this door. And when I needed to, I would step out and I would launch and recover the F-15Es and step the guys to the jets and receive them back. And that's how that night went. There was tears, there was tissues, there was snot, there were jets flying. And you know what else you see in this picture? It's on the left, to my right elbow, there's a casserole dish. Because I finally realized when people offer you help when you need it, just take it. People knew my husband was gone. People in my squadron knew that I was working overtime, and they brought me food. And that's me. I had washed it, and I'm bringing the casserole dish back. Isn't that amazing? When you ask for help, what actually happens? You'll notice on the right-hand side, or your right, there's also a bottle of scotch, but... Yes, that happens too. But I needed a nanny, so I got one. I accepted food and dinners when people brought them to me. When guys in the squadron offered to mow the lawn and take care of the yard while my husband was deployed, I said yes. And I had to be broken to the lowest point before I finally said yes, and gosh darn it, I wish I'd said yes sooner. Be proud of who you are. Bring all of yourself to work. Wear all of those hats proudly. You know what happened after that night? The guys in my squadron started coming in and bringing their kids with them. Their wives would then come in and have lunch with them between sorties. It changed the entire culture in my squadron by me finally just being authentic to who I was.